Okay, it's Sunday. August is winding to a close, and this is the end of this particular weekend for RPG A Day. This little guy is Dory. He was in a video a couple of days ago. He's still new to us and figuring things out. So he's got big plans, I think, especially big plans for that supper dish over there. And that's what today's video is about. Our ambitions for a game in the coming year. So, oh, he's got a little cough. As you can tell, we're still not sure what the source is. You know, he spent a long time, most of his life, in shelters. All right? Yeah. Okay. So, ambition. This suggests effort and work. You know, trying something that you haven't done yet. Write it down. Trying something that maybe you're not sure you can do. And until faced with this question, I wasn't really sure I had any ambitions for the coming year. I mean, I'll be going back into superheroes gaming pretty soon, for the first time in quite a few years. And I've just started quite a complicated and involved play-by-email campaign involving the Cthulhu mythos and using the Mithras D100 rules for that. It's very slow moving because it's email. But it is an ambitious project of a different type. But it's not one I haven't done before. These are not things I haven't done before. So what ambitions do I have? Well, as I said, that's a challenge. I haven't really considered. For me, an ambition about gaming doesn't necessarily have to be a game. I play a lot of games, and I try and make it a big part of my life. And the biggest barrier I've had in the last year or two has been time. I've had lots of gaming projects on the go, explorations of systems and different editions of systems that I've brought together from their first incarnations to their current incarnations, and wanting to explore how this affects the play experience, right? Is there some kind of significant feel difference between the first edition of Ars Magica and the fifth, or the first edition of Shadowrun and the fifth, and so on and so forth, with new vampire looming and the possibility that I might investigate that. It's been a long time since I've been really that interested in going back to the world of darkness, or with the 20th anniversary of Wraith finally coming to us. And there's a lot of what if or how abouts. I've got a lot of different things going on. I've been investigating Powered by the Apocalypse very heavily and seeing how each different iteration or different twist on those rules matters. But gaming ambition, I still am left with this sense of I'm not quite in a position of answering this question. What is it that I'm looking forward to attempting in the year ahead? So the possibility then remains, maybe I'm putting too much pressure on myself. Maybe I'm placing too much value on the meaning of ambition. Maybe I should just look at it as plans, such as we're planning to get back deeply into our Star Wars campaign, looking at it through the eyes of different characters who are connected to the previous or the first characters. That's going to be a lot of fun, especially as we advance the timeline and shift our perspective into focusing more on the Force and Destiny aspects of things. Maybe my exploration of superheroes, a deep one, is what I intend, participating in a playtest and looking at how different systems handle supers for myself. Well, you know, that's quite ambitious, really. Seeing what the difference is in portraying a hero in this system and what that system encourages us to attempt compared to another. Maybe that's quite ambitious. And of course, there's the ever-looming Ubiquity projects that I have in mind, including doing some writing. So who knows? Who can say what my ambition is for the coming year. There has to be something, though, right? And put that way, in that context, it becomes obvious to me. And it's a game I've talked about once or twice during the flow of this event, and that's Pendragon. Right. It's time. It's time to look at Pendragon and its sister game, Paladin. Decide between them, and then undertake an epic, and I mean epic in its traditional sense, an epic of knightly proportions. Something like the Great Pendragon Campaign, committing to a long-form, historical campaign. Not something that's entirely coming from my imagination and my interactions with the players, but something that's drawn from the stories that I've studied, the history that I've learned, and this incredible campaign that has been penned for us. It's time. Sometime in the next year. That is my ambition. I'm not sure if I'll be able to achieve it because of time and other commitments. But I'm ready. And let's see what happens. We should all have goals to strive for, even if sometimes we meet the mark. Okay, until tomorrow, take care.